All right, today in this video, we are getting back to the topic of counterbalancing. This time, we're going to be looking at iron shafts, playing around with some different weights, seeing what happens. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So this is going to be a continuation again of a theme that we've been working on for a while, counterbalancing. We've talked about drivers, we've talked about wedges, and now we're going to talk about irons. So what we're going to be doing today, I've got 4 different setups that I'm going to play around with. I'm going to hit shots with on GC Quad and both look at all the numbers, of course, and see what kind of data we get, but also talk about the feel of those different combinations. So the 4 different setups are going to be 1, standard dynamic gold 130 gram shaft, 2, 105 gram dynamic gold, and then we're going to get 25 gram counterweights and put those into each of those shafts. So in the one case, that 105 gram shaft is now going to feel, as far as the static weight of it, the same as that 130 gram shaft. The other one, obviously, we're going to have a 130 gram shaft and a 25 gram counterweight. Probably going to be pretty heavy, but we'll see what happens. All right, so first off, we've got Dynamic Gold Tour Issue S400. This is a 130 gram shaft, so about as heavy as you're going to find in an iron shaft. Swing weight on this setup with this Strixon ZX5 head is D1. Let's hit a few shots, get some numbers. Now I got to tell you, I've been out of town for a week, so I have not been hitting any golf balls, so that was a good one. I'm going to try and get 3 or 4 good ones that we can then compare. These all feel very, you use the word traditional, right? Traditional weight, traditional swing weight. So all of it feels pretty much as I would expect it to. All right, next up, Dynamic Gold 105, so 25 grams lighter in this case. Swing weight comes out a little bit lighter, a couple points, and but everything else is the same length, same head. Let's see what we get. That was better. Another good one there. I think I've got 3 good ones there we can use. Okay, next up we are back to the 130 gram Dynamic Gold S400, but we now have also put in 25 extra grams inside the butt end of the shaft here. So this is now a very heavy golf club, but the swing weight on this club is actually 5 points lighter than what it was the first time. Now, how that will actually affect the results, affect my swing, only one way to find out. Now I can definitely feel the extra 25 grams in the butt end here. It definitely adds a substantial amount of weight to it. But when you actually swing it, it doesn't feel quite so obvious. Pretty much the same first shot every time, regardless of what setup I have for it. Now I'll just tell you, even though the swing weight went down 5 points, the golf club itself does not feel light. It does not feel like I don't know where the club head is. I still have that sensation. It just feels a little more substantial in my hands. But I still feel the head, if that makes sense. Let's try and hit one more. It was a little off the toe, but still pretty good. Okay, last up, Dynamic Gold 105 with the 25 extra grams of weight in the butt end. This is the one that I'm most interested in because essentially if we're just taking static weights, this setup is identical to the 130 gram shaft just without any counterbalancing, right? We got 105 plus 25 versus 130. It's the same thing. But obviously in this setup, we have a much lighter swing weight with this counterbalancing. All right, swing weight on this one now is actually, if we're comparing it again to that 130 gram Dynamic Gold shaft, it is now 7 swing weight points lighter than that original Dynamic Gold. So same exact static weight, 7 points lighter on the swing weight scale. It's exact same first shot every time. At least I'm consistent. Whoa, kind of fell over there. Is it a mile? Now this one has an interesting feel to it, and I'm still trying to kind of digest exactly what that is. Again, I do still feel the head. I know where the head is, but at the same time, I do feel like there's this kind of extra handle weight in there. I'm a little bit, my body isn't quite sure, I feel like, what to do with it. I've been a little bit more inconsistent or a little less consistent with this setup so far. I missed it again. That wasn't terrible, but again, it still feels a little bit light to me overall. Now, part of that is just I know that a 105 gram shaft just feels a little light to me regardless of what's going on with any sort of extra weighting. But it does feel like I can swing it faster, but I don't feel like I necessarily have the same control I did with any of the previous setups. So let's try and hit one more. I think I need one more to at least have a good set to get some data off of. That was pretty good right there. Let's see what we got there. That seemed like a pretty good one. Okay, I think I've got 3 decent ones there that we can pull some numbers from. All right, so overall, I felt like 3 of the 4 of these I could swing with a pretty similar result. The standard Dynamic Gold, the standard 105, and actually the counterbalanced standard Dynamic Gold, the 130 plus an extra 25, even though it has a lot of extra weight, didn't feel like it was harder to swing it. The only one that did feel a little more awkward was the 105 gram Dynamic Gold with that counterbalance. And even though I felt like I could swing it faster, I definitely feel like it was lacking some control. I had to hit a lot more shots just to get a few decent ones here versus the other ones where I only had to hit 4 or 5. With that last setup, I had to hit 6 shots just to get 3 decent ones. Looking at the numbers, no surprise, Dynamic Gold 105 was the fastest of the bunch, both in ball speed and club head speed. Again, not a big surprise there. If it's lighter and you're able to swing it and hit it solidly, you should see it go a little bit faster, and we did. Backspin, again, not a big surprise that it's going to be highest there because a little bit faster ball speeds usually end up giving you a little higher spin rates, everything else being equal. And carry distance, total distance, again, that was the winner. Maybe the biggest surprise of everything is actually the fact that the Dynamic Gold with the counterbalance, the heavy Dynamic Gold 130 with the counterbalance, I was actually swinging it both faster in club head speed and getting faster ball speed than the standard Dynamic Gold. And that translated into more carry yardage and, well, in this case, a similar total yardage, but better carry distance with the extra weight in the grip. So even though we had a very heavy golf club combination, I was still able to swing it every bit as fast, faster even, than the standard Dynamic Gold without the counterbalance. Last thing here, looking at the dispersion, pretty close between, again, the first three. The last one, and on the chart, it's going to look closer than it was because I had to throw out a bunch to get these three with that 105 counterbalance. But with the first three, results as far as dispersion were very close overall. And I think in the end of those three, actually the 130 gram with the counterbalance was maybe fractionally more consistent than the other two. All right, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you go down below, like, comment, let me know what you think about these numbers. Let me know of any experiences you have with counterbalancing your irons, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and make sure you hit that little bell icon so you'll be alerted when I post new videos. Remember, if you're looking for some custom club work, some repairs, or looking to get fit for golf clubs, get in touch with me at elitefitgolf.com, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.